Welcome to the Mystery Vault. There are mysteries hidden beneath the earth, and then there are mysteries intentionally buried so deep that entire governments would rather you never utter their name. Today, we're going to uncover one of the most unsettling, most controversial, and most heavily suppressed structures ever rumored to exist beneath American soil. A structure older than the United States, which has been the subject of speculation and intrigue for decades. Many believe it holds secrets that could change our understanding of history. Older than human civilization, perhaps older than humanity itself. Deep in the Alaskan wilderness, near the rugged and uninhabited Mount McKinley region, stories began to surface in the early 1990s about something buried underground. Not a bunker, not a military facility, a massive, perfectly geometric black pyramid, dwarfing the size of the Great Pyramid of Giza. The first public spark came from an unexpected place, a Chinese nuclear test in 1992. Seismologists around the world recorded the shockwave, but American surveillance teams noticed something else. A signal, a geometric echo, bouncing from deep under Alaska. An echo so precise, so impossibly engineered, that the analysts believed it came from an artificial structure, a structure that should not exist. From that moment forward, strange things began to happen. Witnesses reported military lockdowns in remote Alaskan regions. Entire valleys became restricted airspace, and residents in nearby towns began hearing a deep, rhythmic humming, like machinery operating from beneath the ground. Then came the Whistleblowers, a former military radio operator, a retired geologist, and even an engineer from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Each one claimed the same thing: there is a pyramid underground. It's active, and it is not human. But what was it doing? According to them, the pyramid wasn't just buried, it was powering itself, generating an electromagnetic field stronger than anything the government had ever encountered. A field that could theoretically power half of the United States. If true, this would mean one thing: the Black Pyramid wasn't a ruin, it was a machine. And as more witnesses came forward, each story grew more disturbing, hinting that the structure might be monitoring humanity, or worse, influencing it. If this pyramid is real, who built it, and why is it waking up now? When researchers tried to map the anomaly beneath Alaska, they quickly realized something unsettling. This was no small artifact. The structure was so massive, so mathematically perfect, that its angles aligned not only with local magnetic fields, but with global ley line intersections, the same planetary energy pathways linked to ancient monuments across Earth. But that wasn't the disturbing part. Every specialist who attempted to study the anomaly independently reported that their equipment malfunctioned. Compasses spun wildly, satellite imagery glitched or returned blank. Ground-penetrating scans either broke or returned the same impossible shape, a perfect obsidian black pyramid, buried deeper than any natural geological formation should allow. And then, the disappearances began. Local rangers patrolling restricted regions started reporting strange electromagnetic distortions that shut down radios. Entire search and rescue teams lost contact for hours. Some returned disoriented, unable to remember what they had seen. Others never returned at all. One whistleblower, who claimed to have worked inside a temporary underground access shaft in 2003, said this: "There is something beneath the pyramid, a hum, a pulse, like a heartbeat that isn't alive, but isn't mechanical either." He described walls that were smooth like polished stone, but warm to the touch, as if the structure were absorbing heat or producing it. He claimed the deeper the team went, the more their thoughts felt invaded, as if something somewhere was reacting to their presence, not aggressively, but consciously. Around the same time, villagers in remote Alaskan settlements reported strange lights emerging from the ground at night, thin beams that rose silently into the sky before vanishing. Some said they heard whispers carried on the cold wind, speaking in a language no one recognized. But one incident shocked even hardened investigators. A military helicopter tasked with monitoring the region suddenly plummeted out of the sky after its instruments failed simultaneously. The official explanation blamed technical malfunction, but leaked logs from the pilot stated, "Everything was normal until we flew over that point. Then the readings went insane. The sky flickered like static, and it felt like time slowed down." As more reports surfaced, one truth became unavoidable. This pyramid wasn't just buried, it was activated. And the activation was affecting everything around it: technology, human perception, even time. Now researchers began to wonder, was it awakening on its own, or responding to something approaching Earth? Whistleblowers from multiple government branches began leaking fragments of a hidden truth. The Black Pyramid was not an isolated anomaly. It was part of a planetary network, a global grid of buried geometric structures, each located at points where Earth's magnetic field twisted unnaturally, forming what classified documents referred to as energetic convergence nodes. Alaska's pyramid, however, wasn't just another node. It was the largest, the darkest, and the only one still active. The leaked files described it as a non-human energy generator, capable of producing power far beyond nuclear reactors or geothermal plants. Its output wasn't electrical or thermal. It was something else entirely, something that military physicists classified simply as exotic energy, energy that could bend electromagnetic fields, energy that could distort space-time around it, energy that reacted to thought. It responds to our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. This revelation has profound implications for our understanding of consciousness and reality. If energy can interact with thought, what does that mean for us? It reacts to our thoughts, to our intentions, as if it is aware of us. This phenomenon raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness and reality itself. What does it mean for our understanding of the universe, to our minds? She explained that when her team approached the inner chamber of the pyramid, their EEG readings spiked in perfect synchronization with a low-frequency hum resonating through the black walls. She believed the pyramid was not just a machine, it was listening. After this discovery, the military sealed the site completely. Satellite blocks were placed over the region. Air traffic routes were quietly altered. Civilians were told nothing, but secrecy couldn't stop what came next. Strange atmospheric events began erupting above the pyramid site, spiraling aurora formations that behaved nothing like natural geomagnetic storms, circular lightning patterns that struck the same spots repeatedly, and most unsettling, massive shadow-like silhouettes appearing behind the clouds, as if something enormous hovered just above the atmosphere, cloaked and watching. Indigenous communities across Alaska began reporting ancient prophecies resurfacing, stories of a structure built before humans, by sky beings who descended in ships of thunder. These beings, the elders said, hid a heart of the earth beneath the ice, a device that would awaken only when the veil between worlds grows thin. Many began asking a chilling question: was the Black Pyramid waking up because of us, or because something not human was returning? And as electromagnetic anomalies grew stronger, one intelligence agency report spelled out the fear no one dared say aloud. The pyramid is not malfunctioning. It is signaling. As the anomalies intensified, surveillance teams stationed near the restricted zone began reporting something they were prohibited from writing in official logs. The hum was changing. What once sounded like a deep mechanical vibration now resembled a pattern, rhythmic, structured, almost like a long-range transmission. But a transmission to whom? Remote sensors detected pulses being emitted from beneath the ground, each perfectly timed with a surge in the aurora overhead. Scientists analyzing the waveform found something astonishing. The pulses carried mathematical sequences, repeating prime number patterns, the universal signature of intelligent communication. And then came the breaking point. At 3:12 a.m. on a silent Arctic night, the sky above the Black Pyramid erupted into a ring of light so massive it was visible from Canada and Russia. Witnesses described the phenomenon as a doorway made of electricity, a spinning disk of blue-white plasma that opened directly above the sealed facility. Moments later, all monitoring equipment within a 300-mile radius went dark, not malfunctioning, not damaged, just off. as if the entire electromagnetic spectrum had been swallowed. When power returned almost 2 minutes later, a massive shock wave rippled outward, disturbing GPS systems globally. Military satellites captured only a single frame before their sensors overloaded. A colossal triangular silhouette rising from beneath the ice, perfectly geometric, perfectly silent, and glowing with the same energy signature as the pyramid itself. Then, it vanished into the clouds. Within hours, the Pentagon and NORAD declared an internal Level 6 emergency. All related files were reclassified. Every witness interviewed, every sensor log scrubbed, but the truth had already leaked. A final report, time-stamped only days after the event, contained one sentence that investigators forgot to redact, a line that changed everything. The Black Pyramid is no longer dormant. Phase 2 has begun. If the structure is part of an ancient global system, if it is transmitting to something beyond Earth, and if Phase 2 implies activation, then the world may be standing on the edge of an encounter we were never meant to control or survive. If you want the full truth, not the sanitized version, subscribe to The Mystery Vault 777. Every week we uncover the secrets they hide, and the ones they fear the most. Join the vault. The next revelation drops soon.